Hey guys, it's Van here. I know this video will get a lot of backlash and most won't bother to watch the full thing, but I kindly ask you to listen to my fish story before leaving a dislike and clicking away. Okay, so I am no longer vegan. Recently I have been struggling a lot with resisting the smell of fish. And then 2 days ago I had to finally give in and just consume, some fish. Now you may wonder how I would even smell fish, like constantly even, if I was vegan. I mean, vegans don't have fish around, right? Well, let me explain. As you may know, usually when people sweat and don't wash themselves enough, this is going to go in a weird direction. When they don't wash themselves enough and sweat a lot, they will start to smell like onion, like kind of, this really strong and unpleasant onion smell. So for a few weeks now, I haven't really washed myself regularly, which, by the way, is the reason why you never see my face on the channel, because I just look like a freaking hippie. Anyway, so for a long time, I just lacked the motivation to properly look after myself, and as I now realized, it's because I was following a vegan diet. Even though all my nutrient targets have been met, like I've checked, with apps and software and whatnot. But plants made me just still run so low on energy that I couldn't even bring myself to take a shower, man. Like, according to science, we can all get all the nutrients on a vegan diet, but my failing made me start to think that there is probably some kind of global conspiracy that tries to turn all people into plant eaters so they're just weak and easy to control, But for some reason they only succeeded with about 1 or 2% of the whole population so far, and they're still... I don't know, I'm still working on this theory, but yeah, something is going on here, I think. But I digress again. So I actually didn't realize my lack of hygiene was because of veganism, which should have been really obvious if you think about it. But, I have been vegan for about 5 years, more than 5 years, and it's just really hard to notice the indoctrination of science and compassion if you are in so deep. But here's where my story gets really freaking weird, man. About, I think 2 months ago or so, I noticed that my sweat wasn't really smelling like onion anymore, but like fish. That seemed kind of odd, but I didn't think too much of it at first. What really irritated me though was that while I was a bit disgusted from the fish smell, it also kind of made my mouth really watery. But for a while I just ignored that sensation. Like, why would I get a watery mouth from my fish-smelling sweat, That's just dumb. Or so I thought. Because about a week ago, I then had a dream that explained everything to me. So in that dream, I was at a river in a forest where I saw a bear close by catching some fish. And when he caught one fish and the fish was flapping around in his mouth, struggling to stay alive, it was almost hypnotizing to me in that dream. Seeing the prey struggle for its life seemed suddenly kind of fun to me. I imagine that's what it's like for a cat. Like, probably just how we are meant to be as well. And seeing this dying fish in his last breaths, I guess they don't really breathe, but anyway, it made me really, really hungry in that dream, seeing this struggle. And then, a few moments later in the dream, I did what the bear did. I jumped into the river, caught a fish with my nails that were kind of long and pointy and also really hard and everything. So that was a bit weird, but probably how it's supposed to be. And me catching that fish worked out surprisingly easily. And next thing, I sank my teeth into my prey until it was dead. It took a while because my teeth were a bit too flat, which I even in the dream assumed it's probably just from me being vegan for over 5 years. It probably kind of does a lot of things to your teeth and they just get less sharp or something, which is then why they seem like they're not really made for hunting. But that's something for another 10-minute video that I will make in the future. And that's also just where my dream ended. I then woke up and then I just knew it. All this time that my sweat smelled like fish, my body was just trying to communicate with my soul so that I would finally eat some fish. And so 2 days ago, as I said, I ate some fish, and for the first time in months, I felt like I want to take a shower and take care of my body. I don't know what it was, but the absorption of whatever it is in that fish that science hides from us, it was just magic. But yeah, so that's my story. It's like a huge watermelon has been lifted off my shoulders, and I'm never going back to not eating fish. I don't really know what nutrient made me so deficient, but there's just something in fish, I'm telling you. Like some vitamin we don't know about that vegans can't get in any other way. But whatever it is, I would suggest if we find it, we should call it vitamin Naruto to honor roaming millennial and her wisdom. Because, you know, Naruto Maki is a product that's made from fish, so yeah, Naruto, if it's only found in fish, would be a good name for this fantastical nutrient, really, don't you think? Anyways, before I go, I'm currently thinking of changing my name from Veganimation to Carnimation, and yeah, we will just see about that. But definitely, if you're still watching, stick around the channel, and welcome to all my carnivore friends that are undoubtedly here already once they saw the title. I know vegans will unsubscribe, but I'm sure I can count on my fellow fish people for supporting me through these difficult times so that I can get my ad revenue up and running. So yep, I will be sure to upload more 10-minute long horror stories about my vegan struggle, and with the ad money I can hopefully afford the meat diet, cause geez, the price of meat is the biggest obstacle I have right now to overcome. Well, see you in my next video when I share with you how veganism left me in severe pain after I stepped on a Lego brick. JK, April Fools, you probably knew that also veganism is not a diet.